Welcome to the YieldMax 100 Share Challenge. This series is to track what would happen if you had bought 100 shares of all the YieldMax ETFs starting in December of 2024. Today we have Group C, which paid this Friday. So let's see how we did. Starting with ABNY. ABNY, we're up to 109 shares. And we received a dividend of 48 cents and 48.005 to be exact. Last week was 40, 42, so we are staying steady on the dividends. 38% yield. So that one's doing okay. It has lost 145 off of our start, and I did something in the sheets, so I'll show you that real quick. I started with the house money tabs, and I added share price plus or minus and then investment plus or minus. And you'll notice that the portfolio is down 145, but this only shows 1083. This is strictly not counting this as income. This is just, I count it as growth in this column. There are different ways that people look at how dividends are to be counted. So I showed the three main. Here's with drip, without drip, and then this is not counting it as income, but just growth of your fund. So as you see, we started with 100 shares at 15.17, and we now have 109 shares at 509. So that difference is 1083 negative. We have lost 141 per share. We have made 130.58 in dividend payments. This is no drip. And then if we, using the drip, we have 134.54 in earnings, which would be dividends times last count. So we got the 48.05, we multiplied it by the 105.77 to get the 134.54. I'm sorry, 50.82, which we added to last month to get the 134.54. So as you can see, without the drip, we're about, well, right at $4, just under $4 a share, or $4 total. So I decided to add that because it's kind of gives you different ways of tracking your dividends. So AMDY is at 111.77. Average price is 11.08. Current price is down to 7.85. That one is, AMD is not doing too well. Plus, you got to remember this is the weekend after payment, so it's down by the payment, and the stock market has taken a nosedive the last month or so. But let's check out its dividend. See, we're down to 25 cents. Still at a 68% return, so that's not bad overall. But as you can see, we had a couple of good months, and then it's been trending down. So hopefully it doesn't trend down anymore. We do need the markets to kind of either stable or recover a little bit. A little bit of volatility is good, but not all in one direction. CONY, we're up to 123.28 shares. Average cost per share of $13.33, and the current price is $9.50. So we're down $4.70. Let's see what its dividend did. 60 cents, which is, we still have 130 yield on cost and a current yield of 182. But as you can see, last month we had that nice payment of 104. We only got 60, which 59.89. Let's see, we had an 80, 130, $2. So this one has been dropping. And we can look at that one. CVNY, this is a new one they just added. They actually added it last month. I just put it in today, so we are at 100 shares, so this is a new start. But they did pay, their last dividend was $3.91. However, this was a $50 starting price a month and a half ago, 2 months, and it's already down to $35.44. So if we had bought that at its $50 value, we'd be hurting right now. So I went ahead and added it so we can start tracking that one from here out. Fiat, we're up to 125 shares, and we're at 789. So that one's doing pretty good. Down 102. 68-cent dividend. 94% yield or percent yield. So this one has been really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've been consistent the last 5 months. Back here was when the market was going up. So that's why those are higher. But this one has seemed to done okay during the downturn. Let's see, what was the share price? Like I said, the share price hadn't lost much either, but I'm sure it lost before this. Microsoft 106.06, slow, but it's 1859 average, 1629 current. We're down $243. It paid 28-cent dividend, or around 30% for its yield. 20, 30, 30, 40. So this one's been ticking down also. And Netflix 112.28. We had an 1833 average. We're at 1598. We're down 263. And it paid 40 cents. Let's look at its history. Wow, look at another big last month. So 70, 80, 50, $7 and 40. This one's all over the place. PY 109.89 for shares, 17.93, and it is down to a 13.80 share price. We're down 543, so that I believe is that and CONY are trying to be the losers. So let's see where we're at with that one on dividend. 38 cents, 45 yield. So 50, 60, 40, 60, 30. So, following the market, down it goes. UTLY, we're up to 121.74 shares, 889 average, and a 637 current. Down 263. So let's check its dividend. So 47 cents, 62 yield. And this one has been slowly ticking down. See, 9, 8, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, 4, 6. So that one's been just inching down, as you can see. It's kind of bouncing. Annual dividend, 580. Okay. Let's go back to the portfolio. Our market value for the entire portfolio is 13.9, and our cost base is 16,253. So if we're at 13.9 and we started at 11.27, so that's not bad. We've added to that, but with the reinvestment we've lost. Okay, here's ABNY. Like I said, this is the one I just showed you. Let's look at AMDY. That one has lost $3.52 a share, and we have lost $259 from our start price after dividend reinvestment. These dividends are, you can see the payments are kind of small, and it's hard to make up $3.50 a share price lost. CONY's another one that's been hurt. It's $13.79 down to $9.50. So that one's lost $4.29, but it's paid some better dividends. So by having the higher number of shares, we are keeping things in check a little bit. And don't forget, every month now, since the number of shares is going to go up, if this dividend can hold, like the market can stabilize and we can get the 50 to 70 cents, this should recover. Here's the CVNY we just started. Look at that. Fiat is in the green. We started at $8.91 and we've lost $1.22 in share price. However, our dividends have outpaced that, so we are actually positive on that one. So that's $75 in the green. That's good. And you can see we've got a lot of shares, and this is moving slowly. So these steady dividends are really paying off on that one. MSFO, $2.39 a share. But as you can see, the dividend is a small percent of the share price. So that's why we're down 140. We're only getting 5% so far back on our initial payment. This one's close. We've lost 247. We're only down 66.75. It's because we had that nice payment last month. Kept us in the game. PYPY down 302. This one is just lost. Look at that, $4.39 a share and small dividends. Hey, a double loser. So that one's hurting. And UTLY. This one is down 242 and this one is 95.69. So the decent dividend payment, and we have a decent payment to low share price. You get more shares, so that keeps you more caught up. And as this grows with the compounding, hopefully we can see this one flip. Here's the overalls for, let's see, ABNY for the month. And it started around the 1470s and it's down to 1378. Which one did we make money on? Was that Fiat? Let's take a look at how Fiat's been doing overall. So as you can see, it's actually up. The underlying is up. And for 6 months, it was started in the 20, and it dropped down to 789. And oops. Okay, my portfolio, Group C. AMD. Let's take a look historically at this one. AMD is supposed to be AMD. Yeah, look at that. It had the nice October and then it's been steadily falling. And that seems to be the pattern for everything. We have had the overall market downturn. So that was the recap of Group C. So Group C is doing okay. Let's take a peek ahead, see where we're at for Group D. We have YQQQ, which is the inverse short 100. Was actually up because the shorts go up as the market goes down. Everybody else is pretty far under. And Misty, yeah, see, even Misty's down. SMCY is down. Squee is really down, 1837 to 1222. So there's not looking good for next group's dividend payments, but we'll see. Maybe they did good on their weeklies. Here are the actual weekly payers, and they are all losing money. As you can see, they're paying 28 cents. I hate these, are so far down. So that one, yeah, it's steady, but with the share price continuing to fall. Look at that, 32 down to 27, 43 down to 36, 33 down to 28. The weeklies do not seem to be doing very well. It will be interesting if the market can stabilize and maybe go back up, how that'll affect things. So let me know if you guys like this spreadsheet. I think it's kind of helpful. It gives you different ways to look at your investment, because remember, dividends are what you make of them. You can treat them as income, which is what the dividend tracker does. Your payment of $42.20, it counted as income that you took out of your pocket and reinvested. Or you could look at it as like, I've already put the money in, and this is just a return on my investment that stays in the investment. This is also something dividends like these, you'll probably want to hold longer to let those number of shares grow before you start taking out if you can. Alrighty, so that is a recap of Group C. Remember, I'm just giving you information, not advice. I'm never going to tell you or encourage you to buy anything. That's not what I do. I hope you enjoyed this, so please, if you could, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It's free to you, and it helps me out with the YouTube algorithms. And I appreciate you joining me, and have a great day.